This story is titled, My Sister Screamed, You'll Never Be Part of This Family Again, because I brought the wrong wine to her bridal shower. My mom took her side, called me a saboteur, and blocked me from the group chat, so I sent one package to the venue. Now, she's crying in her wedding dress. My dad's locked himself in the bathroom, and they're texting me, whatever you did, fix it, please. I'm writing this from a Motel 6 an hour outside the city because I literally had nowhere else to go. I've got a half-eaten vending machine burrito, a phone at 3% battery, and a family that just officially declared war over a bottle of Pinot Grigio. No, seriously, that's what broke it. The wine. The wrong wine. It started off like any other passive-aggressive family event. Fake hugs, stiff smiles, someone passive snarking about the drive or the weather. It was my sister Kayla's bridal shower. She's 26, dramatic as hell. The kind of girl who organizes entire Pinterest boards for a casual brunch. The whole thing was being hosted at some upscale rustic farmhouse event space my mom paid for. Ivy garlands, custom cupcakes, one of those stupid Prosecco walls. You get it. She told me to bring a dry white wine. That's it. Dry white. I asked twice to confirm. She just rolled her eyes and said, anything but that buttery crap you used to drink. So, I show up with a bottle of Pinot Grigio I picked up on the way. Nothing fancy, but not cheap either. And the second I walk in, holding the bag, Kayla literally freezes mid-laugh. Everyone turns. She stomps over, takes the bottle out of the bag like it's a dead rat and goes, what is this? I think she's joking. I laugh and say, it's wine? For your shower? Like you asked? And she just goes, Pinot Grigio, like I brought a bottle of bleach. Then she raises her voice in front of everyone and says, you're seriously trying to sabotage my shower with this? I honestly thought someone would back me up. Instead, I hear my mom from across the room, my own mom, say, I told you she'd do something like this. Like I'm the villain in some CW soap. Like I didn't spend my entire morning driving around picking up balloons Kayla forgot to order. Like I haven't been the one helping my dad set up the slideshow because he still doesn't know how HDMI works. And then Kayla says it. You're not part of this family anymore. Loud, clear, in front of everyone. While holding a bottle of wine like it's Exhibit A, people froze. Someone awkwardly clapped. My cousin Angela tried to whisper something to me, but I couldn't even move. My hands were shaking. I walked out, got in my car, just sat there. Then my phone buzzes. It's my mom. You need to apologize for ruining today. I didn't respond. That's when I noticed the family group chat had a new name. Kayla's Big Day, and I wasn't in it. I texted my dad asking what the hell was happening. He just replied, don't make this harder than it needs to be. That's it. So yeah, I drove. I didn't know where I was going. Ended up here, and I'm still shaking. I didn't even cry until I saw the bottle rolling around in the back seat. And the worst part? That wasn't even the thing that set everything off. That was just the spark. The explosion came later. Here's the thing. If you told me a year ago that my sister would banish me over a bottle of wine, I would have laughed. But if you told me it was just the latest in a long chain of crap they've pulled while acting like I'm the unstable one, yeah, that checks out. Kayla's always been the favorite. I'm 29, she's 26, and somehow she was the baby, even when she was 23 and blowing rent money on eyelash extensions. Me? I've had a job since I was 15, paid my way through school, covered half the bills when our dad got laid off in 2020. Kayla cried once because her flight got delayed and she missed a spa day. And mom told me I should have driven 6 hours to pick her up. That's the kind of dynamic we're talking about. And yeah, there's history. When Kayla got engaged last year, she didn't even tell me in person. I found out from Instagram. A black and white photo of her and this guy Brent, 34 million, works in finance, speaks in hashtags, with her hand on his chest like it was a jewelry ad. Caption, he asked. I said, duh, number future Mrs. T. I commented, congrats, with a heart. She didn't even like it. Later, she told me she wasn't sure if I'd be happy for her. Because I had the audacity to get out of a toxic relationship and focus on therapy instead of performing big sister of the bride duties on demand. I still showed up, though, to every fitting, every brunch, every last-minute errand. I threw her a little engagement party in my apartment, even though she called it low-key sad. I bought her a candle that said, you're engaged, holy shit. And she gave me a fake smile and said, you know I'm not into kitsch. Every step of this wedding process has been a test. And every time I passed, she moved the goalposts. 2 weeks ago, we had this huge blowout over the bridal party group photo because I wore a navy dress instead of dusty rose, which she never told me about. My mom literally whispered to her during the shoot, just crop her out later. I heard it. Everyone pretended I didn't. So when she asked me to bring wine for the shower, I was honestly shocked she was trusting me with anything, but I told myself, just do it. Be the bigger person. It's just one more thing. And I did. And they still found a way to turn it into sabotage. Now, my phone's blowing up with my aunt texting, I'm sure it was a misunderstanding. Maybe apologize? And my cousin saying, "It's not about the wine. It's about the energy you brought." What does that even mean? It's like they've already decided I'm the problem. I'm the one who ruins things. The unstable one. The drama. They don't see all the times I bit my tongue. All the times I helped behind the scenes and didn't ask for credit. They see a bottle of wine and decide it was war. But what they don't know is, I didn't leave that bottle at the venue. I left something else. Something they're going to find very soon. So, let's talk about the package, because that's what everyone keeps texting about now. The package. The one that turned a dramatic bridal shower into a full-blown pre-wedding apocalypse after Kayla's wine tantrum and my exile from the group chat. I drove straight to a motel. I wasn't crying. I was vibrating. You know that feeling where you're too angry to speak, but your brain won't stop playing every awful thing someone's ever said to you? That was me, pacing the room, staring at the TV on mute, running my thumb over the chipped edge of my motel keycard. And then I remembered the shoebox. I've had this old Converse box under my bed for years. It's where I toss the things I can't throw away but don't want to see. Old birthday cards with fake nice messages. A post-it Kayla once left on my mirror that said, "You should try harder," after I bombed a job interview. Screenshots of texts, copied receipts, a crumpled RSVP card from her engagement party that had, "Do not bring a +1. You always make things weird," scribbled in the margin. It's also where I put the flash drive. That flash drive's been building itself for a long time. A folder of things I didn't even realize I was saving. Photos, texts, little voice memos from when she was screaming at vendors and blaming me. Audio of my mom saying, "She's too sensitive. Just let Kayla have this." When I said I couldn't afford the $400 bridesmaid dress. A screenshot from our dad texting me, "Just keep your head down. You know how your sister gets." I wasn't planning to use it. Honestly, it felt pathetic. Like who hoards digital proof of their own family being cruel? But that night in the motel, something snapped. I didn't send the flash drive itself. I'm not trying to end lives. Not yet, anyway. I sent copies, labeled folders, each one neatly titled, "Mom's Double Standards." Texts Kayla sent me then denied. The dress incident. Dad's threats about cutting me off. Why I said no to the bachelorette trip. Receipts attached. I mailed it to the wedding venue. Addressed to the event coordinator Kayla raves about on TikTok. Just said it was crucial family material for the big day. I even added a note that said, "Please review before the toast." Yes, I know that was savage, but I wasn't trying to humiliate her. Okay, maybe a little. I just wanted someone, anyone, to see that I wasn't crazy. Fast forward to today. I've got 17 missed calls. My mom left a voicemail sobbing. My dad texted, "Whatever you did, fix it, please." Even Brent, Kayla's fiancé, messaged me, "You need to talk to her. She won't stop crying." She locked herself in the bridal suite. Apparently, the coordinator did open the package, right in front of Kayla. During the final walkthrough, I guess there were photos she didn't want Brent to see. Or maybe it was the audio. I don't know. I wasn't there. But now Kayla's crying in her wedding dress. My dad's locked himself in the venue bathroom. My mom is texting like I'm the villain in a Lifetime movie. And I'm just sitting here wondering, do I pick up the phone? I didn't answer their calls at first. I watched the phone buzz like it was someone else's problem. But somewhere between voicemail number 12 and my cousin posting a crying emoji with, "Y'all pray for Kayla," on her Instagram story, I cracked. I picked up when Brent called again. And right away, I knew something was different. His voice wasn't panicked. It was tight, clipped, like he was keeping himself from saying the wrong thing. "Hey," I said, because I didn't know what else to say. "Hey," he replied. "I saw everything. Not I heard about it. Not I heard she was upset. Saw, as in the folders, the screenshots, the audio, everything." He didn't ask why I did it. He didn't yell. He just said, "You didn't lie." That hit harder than I expected. He said they were supposed to do the final seating chart when the box showed up. Kayla ripped it open like she was expecting gifts from her registry. And then, dead silence, followed by her hurling the flash drive across the room like it bit her, then screaming. Apparently, Brent picked it up and watched some of it himself on his laptop while Kayla was in the bathroom sobbing. He said he'd had a gut feeling something was off for a while. The constant shifting blame, her obsession with controlling every detail, how she talked about me, like I was some unstable ex-friend she tolerated, not her sister. He didn't say he was calling off the wedding, not yet, but then he said this. "Did you know she's the one who had you removed from the group chat? Your mom said it was a glitch, but Kayla told her to delete your invite from everything and not tell you. That's why you didn't get the dress memo, the wine instructions, anything." No, I didn't know that. He also told me something I still haven't processed. At Kayla's bachelorette weekend in Palm Springs, she handed out burn book-style gifts, tiny binders with funny memories about people who couldn't come. Mine had a full-page printout of an old tweet I posted about loving people who know how to leave toxic family behind. She wrote LIAR across it in red Sharpie and told the girls I was emotionally manipulative. He said he didn't laugh. He just got up and left the room for air. And now, she's freaking out, Brent said, screaming about how you ruined her life. My mom's crying. Your mom keeps asking me to fix it, but I'm not sure I want to. He said that like a fact, not a threat. Then he asked me if I'd be willing to meet him. Not to fix anything, just to talk. I feel like I need some clarity. That's where we left it. No promises, just a maybe. After I hung up, I sat in the motel parking lot watching the sun start to set. And I just thought, for the first time in years, someone saw it, really saw it. And maybe it's not about revenge anymore. Maybe it's about finally stepping out of the damn storm. Update 1. So, I met with Brent. We agreed to meet at a little diner outside the city, neutral territory. I got there early, ordered coffee I didn't touch. When he walked in, I half expected him to be wearing that same smug finance bro energy he always had around Kayla. But nope, the man looked wrecked, like he hadn't slept in 2 days. No pleasantries, no fake smiles. He just sat down across from me and said, "Is this who she really is?" I didn't even know where to start. I wanted to say no, that she wasn't always like this, that we used to play make-believe weddings with pillowcases on our heads and draw mustaches on mom's magazines, that when I had my first panic attack at 17, she sat on my bedroom floor and read Harry Potter out loud until I fell asleep. But I didn't say any of that. I just said, she's been different since she realized people would rather believe her than question her. And Brent nodded, said, I think she's been different since she realized I would too. Then he pulled out his phone and showed me something. It was a video from a week ago, their rehearsal dinner. In it, Kayla is clearly tipsy but not incoherent. She's holding court at the head of the table telling this long rambling story about that time my sister almost ruined Christmas. Except the story didn't happen, at least not the way she told it. She said I screamed at our grandma. I didn't. That I threw mashed potatoes at our dad. What? And that I stormed out after ruining the surprise gift exchange. I literally organized it. People at the table laughed. Brent didn't. He said he only remembered it because he accidentally saved the clip when trying to record a toast. Then he showed me texts from her, messages where she bragged about icing me out of the big stuff and getting mom on board with minimizing her drama, screenshots of her calling me dead weight and a buzzkill who thinks therapy makes her better than us. That's when Brent looked up and said the thing that flipped my stomach. I think she doesn't want a husband. I think she wants an audience. We sat in silence for a while. Then he asked me something I never saw coming. Would you come with me to talk to her? I said no, flat out. I told him I wasn't walking back into that house, into that war zone. Not to clean up another mess, not to hold her hand while she spins another narrative where I'm the villain. He just nodded, said he figured I'd say that, and then he said this. She told everyone you were jealous of her. That's been the story all along. But after this week, I'm starting to wonder if she's always been jealous of you. He left without finishing his coffee, said he needed to think. An hour later, I got a call from my cousin. Kayla had collapsed during the final dress fitting, not from anything medical, from screaming, from sobbing. And when they brought her water and tried to calm her down, she kept saying the same thing over and over. She turned everyone against me. She's ruining it on purpose. She's taking Brent away. So, yeah, I guess this isn't over yet. It's wedding day, not mine, thank God. But I woke up at 6 a.m. to 4 missed calls, 7 new texts, and 1 voicemail from my dad that I genuinely had to replay 3 times because I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Whatever you did, fix it, please. She's losing it. I can't do this without you. Just come back, please. Let me pause there. My dad, who once told me, Kayla is the one with the future, who said I should be grateful just to be included, who sided with her every single time she twisted a knife and smiled while doing it, was now begging me to come back. Because apparently, without me there to manage things quietly behind the scenes, remind people when to sit, fix the playlist, cue the slideshow, everything fell apart. Let me walk you through the morning. Kayla's in the bridal suite, full meltdown mode. Her hairstylist walked out because she threw a curling iron at the wall. The florist delivered white orchids instead of blush roses, and Kayla accused the coordinator of sabotage. Brent's groomsmen are all standing around unsure whether to put on their jackets or just drive away. My mom is chain texting me from 2 different numbers, probably because I blocked the main one. And then, the big one. The efficient never shows. Turns out he canceled 3 days ago. Emailed Kayla personally. She never told anyone. Probably too busy micromanaging cupcake toppers or deleting my name from the guest list. So now it's T-minus 90 minutes to vows. And they don't even have someone to pronounce them husband and wife. The guests are already arriving. Brent is pacing outside the venue, tie half-tied, face ghost white. And me? I'm sitting on the floor of the motel eating Cheerios from the box and watching the disaster roll in on my phone until I get the final text that seals it from Brent. Please, just come talk to her. One last time. She's saying you're the reason this is happening. Maybe if you show up, she'll calm down. And here's where the twist comes in. Because I do show up. Not for Kayla. Not even for Brent, really. I showed up for me. because I wanted her to see face to face that I wasn't scared of her anymore. And the second I walked into that venue, in jeans and a hoodie, no makeup, hair still damp, I felt the shift. Every head turned. My mom's mouth fell open. My aunt gasped. "Kayla!" Kayla screamed. No joke, like movie-level scream. Hands shaking, eyes wide, full hysteria. And what she yelled next? "You're here to ruin this too? What did you tell Brent?" Before I could speak, my dad stood up from a bench near the bar, face pale, and said, "Bathroom, now." I thought he meant me, but nope. He went in, slammed the door, and locked it. That's where he stayed for the next hour. So now the bride's crying, the groom is missing, the father of the bride is hiding in the bathroom, and the guests are whispering in pews wondering if they're at a wedding or a hostage situation. And I haven't even told you what Brent said next. So here we are. The wedding is supposed to start in 15 minutes. Kayla's still locked in the bridal suite. My dad's locked in the bathroom. My mom is pacing the venue hallway like she's waiting on a hostage negotiator. And Brent's sitting alone in a folding chair in front of the altar, tie off, jacket draped over the seat next to him, staring at the ground like it's going to answer all the questions he's too scared to say out loud. I don't even get a chance to catch my breath before Kayla bursts out of the suite. Mascara streaks down her face. She's barefoot. Her dress is half-zipped, and she's not even looking for Brent. She's looking for me. "You need to fix this," she spits, walking straight toward me like a storm in stilettos. She's holding them now, not wearing them, which is somehow more terrifying. "You poisoned him. You ruined everything. He said he saw the drive. What did you put on it?" I don't respond. I just step aside, because Brent is standing behind me now, and he heard every word. He walks right up to her, doesn't touch her, doesn't yell. He just says, "Calm as you like. Tell the truth, Kayla, just once." Dead silence. Everyone around us, my aunts, cousins, vendors, even the guy setting up the microphone, goes quiet like the air's been sucked out of the building. Kayla stares at him. For a second, I actually think she's going to try. Maybe she'll apologize or spin something or cry the right kind of cry. Instead, she doubles down. She says, "You don't get it. She's obsessed with me. She's been trying to ruin this since day one. You don't know what it's like growing up with a sister who makes you feel invisible, who turns everyone against you just by existing. I was just trying to finally have something for me." And Brent? He laughs. Not a kind laugh. Not even a cruel one. Just tired. Hollow. Then he says it. "I've been sleeping in my car since Tuesday." Everyone gasps. I actually hear someone whisper, "Oh my God." He continues, "You screamed at me, accused me of cheating, accused her of trying to seduce me. You told your mom I threatened you. You broke my phone. You told me if I didn't go through with this, you'd tell everyone I hit you." You could hear a pin drop. And then he turns to me, doesn't even blink, and says, "I'm sorry for not seeing it sooner. You tried." And then he turns back to Kayla and says, "We're not getting married. I deserve better. She deserves better." Kayla lets out this guttural, cracked, wailing sound I can't even describe. She starts sobbing, slumps down on the floor like someone pulled a string and cut her legs out. My mom rushes over, starts cradling her like a war widow. My dad finally emerges from the bathroom looking like he aged 5 years in 1 hour. And Brent walks out. The best man follows. A few guests trickle behind him. The coordinator puts down her clipboard and whispers, "I'm so sorry." No one stops me when I walk out too. But the kicker? As I'm leaving, my aunt, Mom's sister, grabs my hand. She says, "We always thought you were the dramatic one, but maybe we were just afraid of the truth." That hit harder than anything else. The wedding never happened. There was no reschedule, no private elopement. The vendors packed up. The florist took back what flowers they could. The DJ never even plugged in his gear. By sunset, the rustic chic dream venue looked like the aftermath of a school play where all the actors quit mid-show. I stayed in the motel that night, didn't go out, didn't celebrate, just laid on the scratchy bed staring at the ceiling, wondering if that was it, if I'd finally burned the last bridge, if what I did made me just as bad as them. Then came the morning. First text was from my cousin Angela. "Holy hell, everyone's talking. I'm so sorry we didn't see it sooner." Then my mom. "You could have handled it differently. You broke your sister." And then Brent. "Thank you. Seriously, I'm heading to my sister's place. Take care of yourself." But it was Kayla's message that froze me. Just one line. "You got what you wanted. Hope it was worth it." That's it. No apology, no reflection. Just that. Like her wedding imploding was my goal. Like I hadn't spent years walking on eggshells, shrinking myself to fit her spotlight, doing everything I could not to be called jealous or bitter or broken. I didn't reply. But I did go home. And for the first time in a long time, when I walked into my apartment, I didn't feel like I owed anyone anything. I lit a candle. I made toast. I played music I actually liked. It was quiet, and it was mine. My dad hasn't reached out since. My mom keeps sending half-hearted texts about repairing the family and how I owe Kayla a chance to explain. My response? I archived the thread. I know people will say I nuked my own family, but here's what I've realized. They built the house. They filled it with landmines. I just finally stopped tiptoeing. And maybe, just maybe, I'm not the saboteur they say I am. Maybe I'm just the one who finally said, enough.